What is good, YouTube Beard Wade basketball analysis? Coming to y'all with some instant analysis. We're gonna talk about the Charlotte Hornets losing their second game this season to the Miami Heat, the best defensive team this year versus the best offensive team this year. And we're looking at a game where it looked like Charlotte struggled and they didn't score 100 points, but they scored 22, 24, 29, and 24 in four quarters. It's just the Heat was able to score 33, 31, 20, and 30 in they fourth quarters. And the Heat aren't a terrible offensive team anyway. They have a lot of pieces, they have a lot of weapons, especially when they're making their shots. The problem with the Heat is that they're streaky. Some games they can really hit a lot of shots on a lot of threes. Some games they can't make anything. That's been one of their biggest problems is their defense don't us always show up and their offense is here and there. That's one of the biggest reasons why they haven't been able to be that dominant team that they was in the bubble. Um, and when you look at the Charlotte Hornets, Miles Bridges, you have to give him a lot of credit. He had another solid game. Didn't shoot the three ball that well, 2 for 9 from three, but 9 for 21 from the field isn't terrible, especially when he's not the greatest scorer. He's still learning how to be one, and he's still developing into a solid player. They needed somebody to really step their game up as the Eastern Conference has gotten deeper and has gotten significantly better. And their biggest improvement was definitely Miles Bridges. This guy showed last season that he can be a solid starter and a solid scorer. This year, his efficiency is up, his versatility is up, and his all around offense is up from everywhere on the court. Even though he didn't shoot the ball incredibly well and decreased all the stats today, it's still a good sign that he still was able to produce even against a better team and a team that matched up well against him. He was able to still be solid offensively and still give you 8 rebounds. Gordon Hayward continues to be pretty good for them. Another 20-point game for him, 23, 6, and 4, 8 of 15 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3, 22 from the free throw line. He just a solid guy. He's going to set screens. He's going to hit some mid ranges. He's going to get some dunks every once in a while. Going to play make and find open guys, make the right decision, and just hit spot open shots. And he has continued to be a great addition for them. A guy that can play multiple positions, a guy that can do multiple things on the court, and a guy that can just get them a bucket in a variety of ways is very key and important to what their identity and what they're trying to do. And it's just good to see him out there producing and being healthy. And he had another solid game, if not the best game today. Kelly Oubre actually made his threes today. 3 of 6, hit some tough ones, hit some open ones. 17 points, 4 rebounds. He is a guy that you just don't know what you're gonna get out of him. Some games he have decent games. Some games he can't make a shot, especially from the perimeter. That's just what he has been since the injury, and that's what he has been since before. The problem is he's not really making nothing. This game he showed up. This game he had a solid game, and you can't put the blame on him tonight. Offensively, defensively wasn't amazing or great, but he actually had the ability to shoot pretty good from the field and from the three. So I'm not really going to pay too much attention to him, when it comes to why they lost. LaMelo Ball was just awful. 2 of 14 from the field, 0 of 5 from three, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. This is another bad game for LaMelo Ball. He hasn't got to that superstar level because offensively, he just never was great. You look at high school, you look at college, and you look at the NBA, efficiency has been his Achilles heel, especially when it comes from perimeter shooting, whether that's mid range, whether that's three. He just has never been great at it. He has never been great as a shooter, great as a scorer. He's been great as a guy that can make shots, a guy that can make decisions, but also have never been a great defender. And that all came out tonight. And he's young, so I'm not going to be too hard on him. This is only his second season, and he has been a good difference maker and a huge game changer for them at his young age. And he was raw, when it comes to offensive ability and defensive ability and overseas and coming into the league and has become a solid NBA starter, but he continues to struggle to produce, legitimate offensive numbers. each and every game. Some games he's hitting everything. Some games he just can't make a shot. And tonight was one of those nights where the ball just wasn't falling. You know, when you taking 14 shots and you only made two of them, you take 5 threes and make none of them. That really is the reason why you lose, because you score 99 points and you only lose by 15. And you know, if you make 7 or 8 of them, you probably win or is in this game. And he just got locked up. Couldn't get to space, couldn't make the shots, and just was all in his head tonight. Plumlee didn't really deliver, got locked up, couldn't stay on the court, and really just couldn't explode or do anything offensively, and just struggled defensively. Martin had 15, really was able to come out and give them some effort, some energy, some aggression. Was able to make some shots and make some plays. PJ Washington didn't have the greatest game, 3 of 7, 1 of 3 from three, 9 points, 5 rebounds. Really didn't give them that spacing. Really didn't give them that interior force that they needed, but was able to produce a little bit. Ish Smith didn't really have that game either. Got locked up, 2 of 9 from the field. Couldn't create separation, couldn't get his shots off clean, and really didn't have the game that he needed to have, especially coming off that bench where they didn't really get much outside of Martin. Him and McDaniels didn't really give you anything. You know, 4 points for him and 2 points for McDaniels. That's a recipe for disaster, too. Your bench has to produce more than just a 9 and 15 point night, especially when one of your starters is struggling like you seen tonight, and you're not defending at a high level. You're not going to really win that many games playing like they did tonight. Jimmy Butler played like a superstar. Obviously, 32 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 12 and 19 from the field. Just was able to get to where he wanted on the court, was able to get to the basket, was even able to make a three that was tough, not an easy one. And he was just able to impact the game just in a well-balanced nature, just like he has been able to throughout his career. Jimmy Butler has just got off to a tremendous start to me. Hasn't really had all great games, but has had great games overall. And this is a game where they was favored to win, and I thought that they would win. And Jimmy Butler was a big reason. Kyle Lowry struggled 2 of 10, 0 of 4, but defended pretty solidly and, you know, made key shots, but not enough. But they didn't really need his offense tonight. Bam Adebayo, 26 and 19, was an interior force, was able to be switchable, was able to stay in front of guys, was able to contest guys, was able to make guys dribble and get uncomfortable and do a lot of things that they don't want to do or had to force up stuff they normally didn't want to shoot. And that's what a great defender should do. You know, that's what great defenders do, and that's what he did tonight. He really destroyed guys like Plumlee, destroyed guys like PJ Washington, and it just made it frustrating and annoying for him all night. Then destroyed him offensively, hitting mid ranges, finishing in the paint, getting offensive rebounds, going up and finishing strong without getting blocked or contested throughout the entire night. This was a dominant game for Bam. Robinson, 10 points, didn't shoot the ball well, didn't score well, but nonetheless than getting away. PJ Tucker didn't score well, didn't shoot well, but was solid defensively, not great or amazing, but he did what he was supposed to do. Didn't really impact the game offensively at all, but that's a PJ Tucker game. You know, he's going to foul, he's going to make some shots, even though he only made one, and he's going to find a way to do something. Tyler Hero was amazing tonight. 4 of 4 from free throw line, 9 of 13, didn't really miss anything. Even from three, just was in kill mode, was a reason why they was able to build the lead. While Charlotte was struggling and trying to get the basket, Tyler Hero was able to make the good, the bad, the amazing tonight. And he was able to help them build up a lead that was basically insurmountable and was able to really help them pull away early. And then their defense and, you know, well-balanced attack was a reason why they was able to seal it, lock it up, and wrap it up and get them the W. And then you look at Strus, 6 points, Morris, 8 points, and Dedman, 6 boards. Just being solid. You know, none of these guys had amazing games. None of these guys was huge difference makers, but they produced. You know, you just come in, do what we need you to do in your spot minutes, defend a little bit, make some shots, grab a couple boards, and that's what they bench did outside Tyler Hero. He was a star. You know, him and Jimmy Butler are they best perimeter players offensively that they have, you know, and they the one that really showed up and they the one that made the decisions, they the one that made the shots, and they the one that killed this team outside the force that Bam was on both ends of the court. And this is the type of game that you want to see out of Miami. You wish you get a little bit more out of Duncan Robinson. You pay him $90 million. You need more from him. He hasn't really delivered none this year. Hasn't really had an amazing or a great game. Kyle Lowry been injured, has played, hasn't really been that ideal fit that we thought, but was able to still be solid, not getting away, and still be able to be a solid defender out there. You still want to see more from him offensively. You want to see more playmaking from him, honestly. And this is the Tyler Hero you want to see, a guy that can make shots and can do it efficiently and still be able to make plays without having huge turnovers. And he was able to do that tonight. He's still young. He's still developing. So it's going to take him some time to get this all straightened out and figured out mentally. But today was an amazing night and really helped carry and lift them and secure a W very early in this game. And they defense and they spot making and they hustle and they effort, they strength was able to help them coast and hold on to this W and hand the Charlotte Hornets another W, another L for the season. And this helps Miami move up to the top three in the Eastern Conference. We'll see where they finish. We'll see what they do. And we can see if they is a legitimate elite team and championship team in the Eastern Conference, as they continue to go against quality opponents like tonight. And if they can defend and they can put the ball in the basket, especially from the mid-range and the three, they can beat anybody. They can. We just got to see them do it consistently. We haven't been able to see it yet, but we was able to see them get the W tonight. Congratulations to the Miami Heat. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis signing out. And I'll see y'all when the Mavericks game is over with some more instant analysis. Good night.